Hello and welcome. And as my darling grandmother would say, the compliments of the season to you. This is both my second recording for Tongued with Fire and the second in a series of 4 recordings specially undertaken for Advent, one being released on each of the 4 Sundays in December leading up to Christmas. By the time that this video is uploaded, we will already be more than 10 days into December, so it seems only fitting to share with you a work far more overtly Christmassy than last week's Wildean fairy tale. Today I'm reading a poem called December, the 12th and final piece from a collection called The Shepherd's Calendar by the British Romantic poet John Clare, first published in 1827. In each of the dozen poems that make up that larger work, one for each month of the year, Clare details, in beautifully simple but evocative descriptive language, the rural customs and practices which he witnessed, and indeed in which he participated, each calendar year in his life as an agricultural labourer in early 19th century Northamptonshire. Here, of course, the customs recounted are all ones pertaining to Christmas. But do note how, in and amongst the community of rustic villagers whose festivities the poem chronicles, Clare also charmingly includes such allegorical personifications as winter, mirth, and even Christmas itself. Some of the traditions to which Clare refers have now become exceedingly rare, if not altogether obsolete. Some others, which still persist, are now more commonly known by other names, so where I've thought necessary, I've included the odd gloss on screen, for any words or phrases that I think likely to raise questions. More generally, Clare's language can now strike the modern ear as somewhat archaic, and as poetry, the text syntax is at times a bit convoluted. So for this recording, I've opted to exclude any images and instead just to project the words of the poem, so that, if you choose, you can follow along as I speak. Do let me know, though, what you think of this decision in the comments below. But now, stoke up the fire, grab another mince pie, recharge your glasses with mulled wine, and let me transport you to a very traditional, rural, English Christmas. December by John Clare. Glad Christmas comes, and every hearth makes room to give him welcome now. E'en want will dry its tears in mirth, and crown him with a holly bough. Though tramping neath a winter sky, o'er snowy paths and rimy stiles, the housewife sets her spinning by, to bid him welcome with her smiles. Each house is swept the day before, and windows stuck with evergreens. The snow is besomed from the door, and comfort crowns the cottage scenes. Gilt holly with its thorny pricks, and yew and box with berries small, these deck the unused candlesticks and pictures hanging by the wall. Neighbours resume their annual cheer, wishing with smiles and spirits high, glad Christmas and a happy year to every morning passer-by. Milkmaids their Christmas journeys go, accompanied with favoured swain, and children pace the crumping snow to taste their granny's cake again. The shepherd, now no more afraid since custom doth the chance bestow, starts up to kiss the giggling maid beneath the branch of mistletoe that neath each cottage beam is seen with pearl-like berries shining gay. The shadow still of what hath been, which fashion yearly fades away. The singing waits, a merry throng, at early morn with simple skill yet imitate the angels' song, and chant their Christmas ditty still. And mid the storm that dies and swells by fits, in hummings softly steals the music of the village bells, ringing round their merry peals. When this is past, a merry crew, bedecked in masks and ribbons gay, the Morris dance, their sports renew, and act their winter evening play. The clown turned king for penny praise storms with the actors strut and swell, and Harlequin, a laugh to raise, wears his hunchback and tinkling bell, and, oft for pence and spicy ale, With winter nosegays pinned before, the wassail singer tells her tale, and drawls her Christmas carols o'er, while prentice boy with ruddy face and rime-bepowdered dancing locks from door to door with happy pace runs round to claim his Christmas box. The block upon the fire is put, to sanction custom's old desires, and many a faggot's bands are cut for the old farmer's Christmas fires, where loud-tongued gladness joins the throng, and winter meets the warmth of May, till, feeling soon the heat too strong, he rubs his shins and draws away. While snows the window panes bedim, the fire curls up a sunny charm, where, creaming o'er the pitcher's rim, the flowering ale is set to warm. Mirth, full of joy as summer bee, sits there its pleasures to impart, and children 'tween their parents' knees sing scraps of carols o'er by heart. And some, to view the winter weathers, climb up the window seat with glee, likening the snow to falling feathers in fancy's infant ecstasy, laughing with superstitious love of visions wild that youth supplies, of people pulling geese above and keeping Christmas in the skies. As though the homestead trees were dressed in lieu of snow with dancing leaves, as though the sun-dried martin's nest instead of icicles hung the eaves, the children hail the happy day, as if the snow were April's grass, and, pleased as 'neath the warmth of May, sport o'er the water froze to glass. Thou day of happy sound and mirth that long with childish memory stays, how blessed around the cottage hearth I met thee in my younger days, harping with rapture's dreaming joys on presents which thy coming found, the welcome sight of little toys, the Christmas gift of cousins round. The wooden horse with arching head drawn upon wheels around the room, the gilded coach of gingerbread and many-coloured sugar plum, gilt-covered books for pictures sought or stories childhood loves to tell, with many an urgent promise bought to get tomorrow's lesson well, and many a thing, a minute's sport, left broken on the sanded floor, when we would leave our play and court our parents' promises for more. Though manhood bids such raptures die, and throws such toys aside as vain, yet memory loves to turn her eye, and count past pleasures o'er again. Around the glowing hearth at night the harmless laugh and winter tale go round, while parting friends delight to toast each other o'er their ale. The cotter oft with quiet zeal will musing o'er his Bible lean, while in the dark the lovers steal to kiss and toy behind the screen. Old customs! Oh, I love the sound, however simple they may be. Whate'er with time hath sanction found is welcome and is dear to me. Pride grows above simplicity, and spurns them from her haughty mind. And soon the poet's song will be the only refuge they can find.